Good afternoon. Since March, I've heard the phrase, we're in unprecedented times, too many times to count. But there is no question 2020 has been a year like no other. Looking back through time, we know that there were many occasions when America, Chicago, and the commercial real estate industry faced unprecedented challenges. BOMA Chicago has made it through wars, stock market crashes, such as the one that kicked off the Great Depression. And this also isn't the first pandemic in the lifetime of BOMA Chicago. In 2001, immediately after September 11th, there was concern in our industry that no one would ever lease space at the top of an office building. Yet we conquered those challenges. We didn't just overcome them, we got better, stronger, and smarter. We innovated and we evolved. Together, we will do the same in 2021 and thereafter. In fact, while our building occupant levels were at their lowest, tenants and landlords began rethinking spaces. The work of reimagining of spaces has already begun. Instead of sitting on our hands, we've implemented safety protocols, invested in our building operations, and increased communications with our tenants. We have strengthened our cleaning practices, reworked spaces to promote social distancing, and updated our HVAC systems to improve ventilation. Looking forward, we're crafting new tenant spaces to support and connect a remote workforce while planning the next new set of amenities. Let's face it, no one compares to Chicagoans when it comes to work ethic and innovation. But to be successful, we will have to work together. That's why BOMA Chicago is so important. We have always relied on BOMA Chicago to provide our industry with critical resources, partnerships, and advocacy. And this year and next will be even more important as commercial real estate strives not only to overcome the pandemic, but to once again thrive in our great city. Under BOMA Chicago's leadership, our board members will continue to come together, casting aside their natural competitiveness and corporate self-interest to collaborate and solve problems for the benefit of our entire industry. Not only is it imperative that our buildings are safe, our streets also must be secure if we want our tenants to return. We will continue to partner with the City of Chicago's emergency responders, police, fire, and OMC, so that we can share the latest preparedness updates and ensure our concerns and needs are heard and understood. We're proud of the strong relationships we've built with local and state officials. We'll continue to partner with Mayor Lightfoot, County Board President Preckwinkle, and Governor Pritzker to push for sensible recovery policies that support our economy and encourage workers to come back to the office safely. Despite the time and energy that will be required to attain a successful recovery, we'll never lose sight of the challenges our building owners and managers face every day. Rising property taxes, downtown safety threats, unreasonable building regulations, and costly utility increases. BOMA Chicago will build on our relationships with elected officials in Chicago and throughout the state of Illinois, and continue to monitor legislation that impacts us, always advocating for Chicago's office building industry. After the death of George Floyd, we directed our attention inward to reflect on ways we can increase diversity and inclusion within BOMA Chicago while expanding our outreach to the underrepresented youth of Chicago. We know that having a diverse group of people in the room, racially, ethnically, and gender diverse, only improves the performances of the group. When we have more people engaged with differing views, who are empowered to ask questions, make suggestions, and challenge ideals, organizations flourish. Tom Glavin, in particular, as a member of the BOMA Chicago Board of Directors, has been a strong advocate for increased diversity within our board and our industry. Tom effectively retired from the BOMA Chicago Board of Directors to provide an opportunity to further diversify the Board of Directors. Tom, thank you for your service and your leadership. In addition to diversifying our board membership this year, we expanded the role of BOMA Chicago's Diversity Committee. While we have made strides, it is clear we have a great deal more to do in 2021 and in the future. And finally, while this year has been exhausting, both professionally and personally, it's also been inspiring to see the resilience and flexibility all of you have demonstrated day after day. You have dropped everything to respond to COVID-19 cases, answered the same tenant questions over and over, made painful staffing decisions that have and will impact livelihoods, and so much more. We may have struggled and worked night and day, but we now have an incredible opportunity to reimagine our industry and rebuild our city. And that's an awesome prospect. With BOMA Chicago supporting our every move, I know that we will be successful. Thank you for your efforts in 2020, and I look forward to working with you in the coming years.